Hey folks, it's Steve with Prima Coffee here. Today we're taking a look at Fellow's EKG Stagg kettles. Now both of these are electric variable temperature kettles. I have the EKG base model here on my left and the EKG Plus on my right. Now looking at them, you can probably tell they're pretty much exactly the same. The main difference that you have between the EKG and the EKG Plus is that the EKG Plus has Bluetooth connection, which allows you to connect it to a variety of mobile apps. And we'll get to that in just a little bit. Aside from that, both these kettles are exactly the same. They have the same base footprint. They have the same volume, 900 milliliters. Same power, it's 1200 watts. So they have PID control, really easy to use. You just have to take this dial. You can twist it to set your desired temperature. And then you just leave it, and the kettle does the rest for you. We also have two switches on the back, one for Fahrenheit or Celsius. So you can see I can switch my temperature setting there. And then one for a hold mode. So if you turn hold off, the kettle will hit its temperature and stay for about 15 minutes. But if you turn the hold on, it'll hold it for about an hour. So that's pretty nice if you might want to warm up your kettle and then walk away, do some other stuff, come back and have it ready for you. So again, the EKG and the EKG Plus basically are the same kettle up until the point where you start talking about the kind of technology within. So the EKG Plus is Bluetooth enabled. In order to turn on or turn off Bluetooth, I have to take the kettle off the base with the unit on, hold down the button for 3 seconds, you'll see a countdown timer, and then you'll see Bluetooth enabled. If I twist the dial, I can disable it, and you'll see that that little plus goes away, or I can keep it on and just press the button and we're good to go. Now on the base EKG without Bluetooth, if I remove the kettle and I hold that button down for 3 seconds, I'll get a countdown timer, and then I'll actually get a brew mode timer. So this is handy while you're brewing if you don't want to have like a phone or something around. It will just kind of start counting for you, and you can just press that button again to go back to your temperature setting. Turning either one on or off is really simple. You just hit that button once, and you can hit it again to turn it right back on. Now on the EKG Plus, let's talk about the mobile app. Fellow has an app. It's very simple. All you have to do is download it from the Apple App Store. Currently it's iOS only. We expect it'll probably be Android sometime in the future. For now it's just Apple devices. So the functionality that you have here, you can set your temperature. You can turn the kettle on and off. And that's about it for now. Akaya also has some apps that they're working on that will connect to the EKG Plus as well. So that will allow you to log your brewing temperature, also turn the kettle on and off. They have a few different apps, so there's, the features will be a little bit different depending on what app you're looking at. But having that Bluetooth feature is pretty cool because you can obviously remotely turn your kettle on or off and set a temperature without having to walk up to it. As long as it's plugged in, of course, and as well as long as you're within Bluetooth range, which sometimes is about like 50 feet or so, maybe up to 100 feet, kind of depends on the environment. So let's look at pouring as well. So we have this nice kind of tapered spout. It has a good little kind of rounding at the tip, which will help prevent leakage. So it is a 900 milliliter kettle. You've got pretty decent control down to like a fine drip, but your actual maximum pouring rate is a little bit slow versus some other kettles. For 900 milliliters, that's okay. It's probably pretty good for Kalita, for V60. If you're doing a really large batch Chemex and you're maxing out the capacity of the kettle here, it might feel a little bit slow. It sort of depends on your pouring style. If you like to do big, fast pours and then let the bed drain, it might feel a little bit slow to you. But if you like to do one long continuous pour or 2 long continuous pours for a large batch, it's probably right in line with what you need in terms of flow rate. So it's a little bit slower than something like a Bonavita or a Hario Buono, but apart from that, it's a decent flow rate for its size. So that is the Stagg EKG and EKG Plus, 2 kettles by Fellow. Thanks for watching.